Ahoy there, baby dolls. Welcoming you back to Crypto's Juiciest News. We're going to be speaking about Trump. We've got SharpLink. We've got Michael Chad Saylor. We've got our baby dolls over there in Brazil. We've got the land of maple syrup, Canada, Indo bro as well. Former Indonesian baby dolls. All of that coming your way and more. But first, BTC, red candle, red poop, 113,000 American dollars. Remember, friends, just to share with your friends and family. We're keeping it very family-friendly here. And I've now obviously changed the emoji scheme where it's literally just green or red. That's it. Green or red. No more of these orange, maybe we're feeling good, cautionary tale, going multifaceted. We're entering this new phase where people are coming in and they're like, look, dude, I don't know what proof of wank is, and I don't care. Give me the coin that's going up. I know that's exactly what everyone's thinking because all these new people coming in here, they've already rejected all these wonderful narratives that have appeared out in the universe. Decentralization, freedom and liberty, and saving yourself from the government and all this stuff out here. They're like, yeah, save me the speech. Just give me the coins that pump. I'm going to now show you the BTC weekly chart. Here it is right now. We're feeling a bit of the exhaustion and stuff out here. So BTC, friends, remember, we got these key levels, right? We're already through the first key level, 100K. Now we're on 150, 200, 240. I don't know if we're going to hit it. I hope we do. You know, on one hand, it feels like, hey, man, we've got a long way to go for this cycle. Yeah, but on the other hand, it felt like if you go to 2017, friends, you know, by this moment of time, Bitcoin was like, what, 3 or 4K? Actually, if you go back to June, Bitcoin was around 3K. But yeah, by the end of the year, it was 20. You know what I mean? So you went from, oh no, we're heading up, like, oh wow, there's like literally intergalactic top just in the power of 6 months, you know? But we are moving along. And yes, I completely understand where everyone's feeling. I'm feeling it too. Business ISM hasn't ticked up. How's this going to resolve itself? I don't know. We'll see. This is the Bitcoin dominance chart. Nothing really to report here. It should be on its way down. I mean, it's flipped red on the weekly super chart. I mean, this was the second fake out. Hopefully, like we'll see how that's all going to play out. I'm still confident in altcoins. Doesn't mean they're going to work out or anything. Yeah, it's been painful and gruesome, but like I'm not staying long in a market full of non-believer jeets who have to do leverage, who have to borrow money to go buy BTC. The only reason why they're doing it is because the upside is not enough for them. That's why. Okay, so we know exactly how that eventually turns out, and we're just going to need to be a bit more patient. What's Meth doing? This is the price of Ethereum. 3,500, still garbage. Hopefully, we're not going to draw 4,000. Yeah, it's going to be quite a surprise when we finally do get there. Just want to remind you as well, this is the Bitcoin chart on the daily. If we're following that fractal that BCB thinks we get is basically like wee up here and then like that. Okay, that's pretty much. Hopefully Hopefully this is a bounce of the channel and it's not game over. I'm going to guess it's this because PMI is still weak and we haven't actually really recovered. There's nothing to be concerned about. Okay, by the way, no one's expecting this and no one's expecting that. Okay, so just to show you, right? Absolutely, friends, if we go up, absolutely no one's expecting Bitcoin to stop at 130. Literally zero people. Except probably me and Blockchain Backup. Every single person, look at them. They say minimum 150. We're going to 150. We're going up. We're going up. So I hope that all works out. If we go and look at, friends, macro and everything seems to be sweet. Yeah, there's a bit of jitters and everything out here. This is the S&P 500 chart, just waiting around daily. Yeah, man, like we're waiting and waiting and waiting forever. I know, man. I know, man. There's literally... I hope you do appreciate, friends, us being here together and like literally waiting this whole freaking time. Others BTC, you better finish in a green candle, you piece of crap. You better, man. After doing 7 red in a row, like we deserve 7 green in a row. And they better be way bigger than this junk. It better pump us up to the top. Of course, it's outside of our control. So what we have to do is play some Pumpy G music. What's going on with the global liquidity fractal for BTC? Remember, friends, we might be cursed because Natalie Brunel went onto Fox News and they're like, ha, 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 look how easy. Line go up together, ha, ha, ha. So that might be some sort of intergalactic curse out here. This is the Bitcoin price chart. Everything's up here. Man, imagine we really did go up to 130 and then like we'd go and BCB happened. Man, that would be the most... Do you know how many people get wiped out here? Because they're all long for the liquidity fractal. They're all long, right? I hope it doesn't happen, man. I hope it really doesn't happen because like it's been so painful, man. Like something has to crack. And what I mean by crack is, man, our altcoins are just way too cheap. Having a look at Sol ETH ratio, you're going down again. Oh my gosh, man. Like I don't know what to say. Like it's just, you know, this is what happens, friends. I hope you learn right. The market peaks before the news. Soy ETF's not out yet. Soylana haven't sent their phones out yet. And by the way, you still have maximum coverage of soy on all the mainstream KOLs. Yeah, none of them stopped. And look what's happening here. You're already down 47% against ETH. And literally, look at this. This is from April. From April, you're down 47% in 4 months. Okay, and they're going, look, I'm just when you're looking at this, I just take some lessons, man. No one knows, dude. No one knows. By the way, you got gifted. Donald Trump, he unzipped his pants, flopped his meme coin out. So he gave you clues, but no one wants to get out. You want to know why? Because of the target. Every single person's target was 0.1 Sol ETH ratio. Every single person. Raul Powell, Ivan, everyone, Crypto Band, every single person's target Sol ETH of 0.10. So what they're basically saying is Ethereum 10K, Soy 1000. They were all saying that, every single person. Actually, if you look at Ansem's target was 0.2. So he thought ETH was never going to like go above 5,000 and Sol hits 1,000. That's a Sol ETH ratio of 2.0. Do you see how, friends? That's what happens, man. At the top, everyone's like, oh, I've got infinitely high targets. We're going to win. Just showing you, man, it's tough. It's tough. So what do I mean by it's tough? Like you don't hit a point where the universe comes out and says to you, hey, I want you to get out now. Everybody's feeling bad. It's really easy for you. It doesn't happen like that. Okay. It's markets and there's a gyration of swings and you have to take advantage of basically the crowd giving maximum attention and exposure to something, which is exactly what happened. This is the pulse to soy ratio out here. Pulse chain almost flipped green on the weekly super trend. Momentarily did, but didn't close it. Here we are right now. Oh no, that's going to play out. Now, if we go check out Pulse Chain Core Coins, what an enjoyable sea of red, bleeding, minus 10, minus 12%, everything again. Yeah, man, you can't do anything. I hope you understand now, friends, when I show you the correlations of everything. Like, remember, that's why I show you Bitcoin, the monthly, Bitcoin's red, and I looked at Ethereum, Ethereum's red, that's it. So if you're up, it's a bonus, but you know most of the time you're not. You know, you could cherry pick some coins that are moving up, but most of the time it's pretty much everything's pooping down together. And don't forget, like, I know, friends, I see how we can finish this whole cycle at the end of this year. I can. But on the other hand, man, the business cycle is still like 33 months down. We're on month 34 now. You know, so like, what's going to happen? Are we just going to like smash up to 52 by the next reading and go up? Possible, but like every month we go down is less and less and less chance. Man, it's wild to think about how this is happening. And just to remind you, last 3 times we tick above 52, okay? The crypto cycle, the shortest time it ended was 9 months to the top. The shortest. The longest was 18. So that's why I'm like, you know what? Let's just take 9 months because like 18 months seems like forever, right? If we take that. But if you're not even taking the middle, taking just 9 months. Man, but here's the thing, friends. Like, if we get September PMI reading 52, like that's like a huge move. If we get it in September or this month or whatever, right? If you add, let's check that out. If we get from here, if we go 9 months into the future, all right, that takes us into May next year. You know, like, that's wild, man. That means that's like the shortest time we finish is May next year. I know, man. It's nuts. I don't know how it's going to reconcile. I don't know. Something's gonna like reveal itself to us. But also, remember, I did tell us, friends, even though we've been waiting a long time, we know, man, there's only one model left to shake out in crypto. 4-year cycle. It's the last model. Yeah, it's the last people waiting for. It's like, hey, how much do you believe? It's almost like before the universe is going to reward us with all the wealth, right? It's saying, hey, how badly do you want it? Are you willing to risk another 4 years of going down? Are you willing? Are you willing to risk it? Risk it. You know, we don't know if we're going to win, but if we win, basically all the coins come out of the slot machine. They're like, oh, I'm winning. I'm winning. We're going to get that moment. You know, friends, all the thetas and jiddles in Las Vegas, slapping the poker machine, and then like, you know, $4.85 comes out in like pennies, like it's just raining and raining coins. That's what it would be. But it's going to come with a cost, and the cost is, well, you know, it's your comfort. Okay, but we'll see. Like every month we're ticking on, there's no explosion stuff yet. It's kind of funny, fans. You know, a lot of the people who are this is interesting, and I told you about this too. A lot of people who believe this cycle's definitely over by the end of this year came from Soylana camp. It was Soylana and Bitcoin. Okay, now the Soylana camp, they've changed their mind. Because why? Because they were going up on the Sol ETH ratio. Okay, back around here in April and May, they were going up, and they're like, oh yeah, this thing's definitely finishing by the end of the year. Okay, because they really thought, oh yeah, we're gonna win and Bitcoin's gonna win and everyone goes home. Look what ends up happening. You get bitch slapped all the way down. Now they're like, you know what? Extended cycle, actually. This is what everybody does, man. Every single person does that. So we got fun times coming ahead. Let's play some angel music as an interlude. B1 with the microphone. I want to show you something cool. Grok, friends, there's now, if you download Grok on your phone, there's an Imagine function. It's called Imagine. And it's basically, Elon's been posting about it. It can animate any picture. So any picture, your family, your friends, yourself, anything, it'll animate it. And you can ask it to do stuff. And obviously, it's very basic and things out here. But I animated this picture that I got AI to do. And look at this. It's pretty cool. It's actually got music here too. How cool is that? So cool, right? My heart is pegged. So I made this picture in AI, right? It was I was making a joke like for Binance. The first picture was I made it off Binance, and I actually tagged the Binance into him, like because I'm gonna see some pink pegs here on the washing line. I'm just giving him some ideas for something in the future, right? Just you never know. But yeah, I made this and I put this through Grok Imagine and it did it. The cool thing is it's actually very fast, friends. It does it in like 10 seconds. You don't have to wait like 5 minutes or anything. It does it in 10 seconds, and there's like different fun features. Obviously, like basic AI, you know, some things explode. Like if like sometimes like, you know, milk. I'm not joking. Milk can like just start coming out of your mouth if you're doing it yourself. And you put the fun thing. But it's really, really cool, right? Also, I've got a caption here. Pulse chain can pump 4.5x, and it still break even to Ethereum from July 2021 stack price. We have a lot of room to run higher. So that's basically. It's my reminder as well. It's for us. Like, even if Pulse Chain, yeah, pumps literally 4x, like you'd back to break even. You know, you can do whatever you want. It's just for me, that's why I'm not clicking out. I'm not saying, I'm back to break even, bro. I deserve way more than that. Even in the market, that's how, I know, you see, friends, you break the rules a lot in markets because everyone's like, oh, market doesn't owe us anything. Okay, what if you're just getting back to break even at the end, you know? But we'll see. I also want to show you this amazing stuff, friends. We're going to look at these amazing things from Andre. Oh, man. Friends, Andre, I'm telling you, dude, this guy, friends, I bet he's like just a most generic box factory worker as well. He's I don't know how he's creating this work of art. Slap on that a Richard Hart wallet. The fart wallet. Imagine you have a fart wallet there. So I want to play it all for you, friends. Oh, my gosh. Just a big farty fart wallet.
And I will strike down upon thee with great...
Ah, man, so good. I just want to play. I just don't want the video to get deleted because YouTube gets anal when you share other people's music. So also... Oh, yeah, Andre, if you make other videos, try not to use the copyright music stuff because YouTube, they're the biggest scum. By the way, some of you ask me, Sammy, how do you get some tunes which are like crankworthy, like... So YouTube fans, YouTube's full scum with his music stuff. So they don't even give you 10 seconds. They only give you 8. But then if you do 8, guess what? It still gets flagged. So then you go, okay, I'll do 7.5 seconds. Bad news for you. It still gets flagged, even if it's 7.5. Then you might say, oh, why didn't you do 7.05 seconds? Wrong again. It still flags you at 7.05 seconds. You got to pull like 6.99 of the tune. And that's not even 100% guarantee. Sometimes you got to speed it up, slow it down. Oh, it's so annoying, man. Don't these artists know, dude? Do you understand? Without me playing your stuff, you know you die. You fizzle away. You know there's like 50,000 new songs coming out every day, every week. They're just one day they're going to wake up to this stuff. It's all about network effects. You know, because we're in crypto, we understand it. It's not about, oh no, I have to charge for you to say my name and stuff out here. Wrong. You should be asking to blast your music through the airwaves. That's what you should be asking to do. Do you remember when this happened? Welcome to McDonald's. How can I help you? Oh, it's you again. Welcome.
Yeah, can I get a large fart on Pulse Chain grilled on a Liberty swap?
I think you've been waiting in line in the drive-thru for quite some time, friends. So I've taken your order. Please pay at the next window. I don't have any words. The insane masterpiece quality this guy is doing. And yes, you're probably wondering, did you read that right? Yes, friends. All of this is for fart on Pulse Chain. We told him. I said, wow, it's been almost 1.75 years. I said, Andre, of all the things in the world with your talent, is this the hill you want to die on? Yes. You know, we're just built differently. Check this out now. I also want to show you, friends, some funny stuff. Cracking on with the news, okay? Do you remember when Donald Trump said, you know what? I'm going to replace major loser Powell with a major winner. Treasury Secretary Bessent. Scotty Boo Bessent? Well, he's actually negged him. Trump confirms Bessent is out of the Fed chair race. Says Bessent declined consideration for the role. So it's just interesting how they just throw these words out. But it could just be them like trying to like boost each other's name. That's what they do sometimes. To do a deal for someone, this is how it works with this politics, okay? You're not going to get chosen. They go, hey, we're going to do a public consideration for you, and then you're going to reject it. So it looks good, okay? Okay, cool, thank you. You know what I mean? So they've done that before, like, oh, we'll consider this person. And they're like, thank you, but I politely decline. And they go, okay, anyway, we want this one. You know what I mean? That's what people do. It's politics, just to make someone look good. They go, ha, 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 I rejected that role, actually. You know, so it's kind of funny how it works out. GlassChode analysts report that Bitcoin's momentum has cooled across spot futures options and ETF markets, with seller exhaustion starting to appear. Now, a lot of that word seller doesn't really mean much. They have made this very nice oscillator, price momentum. And you can see here, friends, see this red line and the green line where demand is high. So looking at the blue, right, because you have in the background, the gray line in the background, that's actually Bitcoin's price where we are right now. But the blue is the oscillator they've made. As you can see right here, they think there's been a lot of seller exhaustion. So I guess what they've done is they get an idea of in each period how many buyers and sellers are there. And they're probably looking at some sort of ratio. And they can probably say, oh, yeah, this is one of the times where like, oh, you know, 100 wallets have appeared to sell. And 70 of them are selling, actually. And 30 haven't sold or whatever it is. And they're like, oh, that's a lot. That's how they probably made some sort of model to standardize it. And see, friends, everything says, oh, RSI is... See, this is what you learn, right? RSI is low. And there's a dip here. And there's a divergence on this indicator. And the stochastics is low. Right? Oh, and there's a double bottom price action thing. It's all saying the same stuff. And look, these guys are looking on chain. They're looking on chain and like, oh, there's seller exhaustions here. That's the thing, man. They all say the same thing. They all say the same thing. Check it out. SharpStink and their SBET Treasury hits 521,900 Ethereum fully staked. I think they're trying to get to 1 million out here. So SharpStink, remember, friends, in the MicroStrategy of Ethereum. They have their stock out here. While we're on the topic of treasuries, let's look at the Bitcoin. Let's look at the Bitcoin treasuries. Let's look at MetaPlanet and Strategy. Okay, so remember BitcoinTreasuries.net. You have it right here on BitcoinTreasuries.net. If we go look at Bitcoin, MicroStrategy, their NAV is 1.488. Okay, remember this is still ticking down. This is like potentially a signal. Potentially. When GBTC went from a premium to flat, and then started trading negative, that was when it was the final 4 months. Actually, final 2 months of the cycle. It was the final big grand rotation. If we go look at MetaPlanet as well, ooh, their ratio is down to 2.1. Oh, man. Look, I'm going to have to peg my nipples for this one, friends. I think what the story is going to be in the next bear market, hopefully it's a long time from now, but when it comes, is I will be making videos for those Bitcoin maxis, including Saylor. And I'll say, look, man, I'm not here to rub any salt in your wounds or anything. I'm just going to tell you, I hope you've been humbled for life now. Like, you spent all those years calling people poop coiners and saying, oh no, you're all fiat, dude. That's just no offense. In Bitcoin maxi, in Bitcoin groups, you know when you call someone like a snake, or that person's a dog, or they're untrustworthy, or they're scum, or if you say something, oh, that's trash, that's bad, you know, you neg on something. In Bitcoin groups, they call it fiat. I'm serious. That's so fiat, dude. I'm not joking. It's not just what they drop it all the time. That's fiat, man. Yeah, like you lied to me. You totally acted fiat. So I know the cringe levels are through the roof, but it's true. It's true, right? So fiat. So obviously for everyone at home, fiat is government currency. That's what they mean. They go, oh, it's government currency where they have infinite supply and they don't have an off button. But our one is rare, right? So they spent all those years talking about all these, and then somehow psyops themselves into believing that their altcoin dressed up as a Bitcoin company is going to be the different one now. Oh my gosh. I could see it coming a mile away, man. Oh, it's going to be an epic collapse, friends. You know it's going to be a collapse. Like, you can't look at all these companies, dude. You guys can't all outperform Bitcoin. All right. You just can't. So I know what half of you are going to start doing. Swapping to ETH, swapping to BNB, seeking yield, taking on more risk for your shareholders. You can't, man. You guys are going to underperform it. And that's pretty much what it's going to come down to. Like, do we even need to go any further than Michael Saylor's Ponzi shares giving you 9% yield forever? Come on, dude. We've said, like, this is what makes no sense to me. The US government guarantees you a yield because they print from the money supply, the bonds. The thing goes to zero. But now Bitcoin people have come in and be like, oh yeah, our 9% infinite yield is going to work though. And we go, why? I go, oh, because it's relying on Bitcoin. Chill out for a second there. How does Bitcoin's price go up? You rely on the US government printing money, but then you rely on people piling on top of each other, taking the money, cantillon effect, and buying Bitcoin consistently, okay? The problem is you don't have a guarantee of that. You're just modeling everything into the future, thinking that's going to happen forever. It's all coming down to, friends. MetaPlanet here, it used to trade at a NAV of 5. So the Bitcoin on their balance sheet used to be 500,000. So yeah, technically, yeah, people did own $500,000 Bitcoin. They did pay for it. They have they bought it on their balance sheet. You probably would have asked, hey, if I had a Bitcoin, how do I sell it? You have to be an insider and get access to their shares. If you sell a MetaPlanet share up there, you're selling a $500,000 BTC. So, oh boy, we know how this is all going to work out, friends. We've seen it. NAV for MicroStrategy 1.488. We're keeping a close eye on this because it's a sign of the hunger of the market. How hungry are they for? Like, we might see, friends, the biggest explosive Bitcoin dominance move is when that thing goes to 1.0 and 0. So 1.0 and then negative, because it's showing you the world is like exhausted all the buyers of every Bitcoin out there, and now it's altcoin time. Also, baby dolls, I've had to do an emergency pause because someone out here has posted me this video and tagged me. So I want to ask you, what does he scream into the woods?
Be Bye, P-Day! P-Day!
That is awesome, sir. Hey, I just want to ask you something. Is someone going into literally the middle of nowhere, waterfall, woodlands, and screaming your coin out? Okay, he's literally looking for like indigenous people. Hey, you got any seashells? Come, we'll help you retire. Here's some P-Dye. I'm telling you, fans, crypto changes the world. No one's going out to the middle of whoop whoop yelling, Johnson & Johnson baby bump powder. You got to get in J&J stock. No one's yelling that. No one. Instead, what are they yelling? There's only one thing to yell. Ha! That's what they're yelling. Network effects. The cult within a cult. I've got an update on the anti-Black House. The White House prepares to track banks debanking crypto firms. The Wall Street Journal reports. Executive order will trigger investigations into potential discrimination. So, it's pretty cool. It's kind of funny as well, man. A year ago, they want to kill us. And now, it really is a year ago. Could you believe it? Literally 12 months ago, they literally want to kill us. They want to ban crypto. And now they're like, okay, if anybody wants to ban crypto, they got to come through me and Spoonie. That's what the Trump administration is doing. Also, friends, yeah, we can't ignore the elephant in the room. It's a conspiracy SuperCycle, dude. Donald Trump, you saw it. You saw the breaking news. Literally, Donald Trump is going to cut your aid to your whole state if your city in Americana supports just one company that boycotts Israeli companies. No one's allowed to boycott any Israeli company. Yeah, you'll get your natural disaster aid cut off. And then 2 days before that, what do we see? A spontaneous random 3.6 magnitude earthquake hits New York City. Obviously, they've got directed energy weapons. Someone's rolling out this script. They're like, hey, let's see. Hey, are you sure? You sure you want to muck around? You sure you want to keep asking about Epstein's files and the pedophile island? Are you sure? Because, we just got this button. Okay, now to let you know, friends, it's 100% confirmed. So, look, friends, I know there's a lot of cucks out there in the world, but I'm not saying he's good luck, dude. You're literally, if you are a blue pill cuck, you're one of those, like, losers who, you think a Pokeball and a bat literally had sex and created that virus and stuff out here. Oh, no, it's so totally natural, man-made, right? Totally natural. If you're really of that kind, you're going to have a very, very tough time the next 5 to 10 years because you're literally, for conspiracies, you're about 0 and 14 right now. Like, every single thing, conspiracies have been, like, hitting it out of the park. Like, the president came out and defended the pedophile island, the satanic ritual cult. Like, you can't even... How can we top that? Oh, just keeps getting better and better. So, being long on crypto is you are long on conspiracies. Yeah. Because what's the biggest conspiracy of all? That we're not alone in the universe. That's the biggest conspiracy of all. And what does that mean? If we're not alone in the universe, they're smarter than us. They have advanced tech. They can manipulate gravity. They can do a lot of stuff that Neil deGrasse Tyson and all the other science cucks should go, there's no evidence. There's no evidence. Those losers out here. So the fact that we know that it's real, okay, it means US government, okay, when we're long crypto, you're long a scarce asset. They have a literal infinite upside incentive to keep printing money and keep sending money to the black hole budget to hide the money, hide the weapons, get all the scientists and do that infinitely. Because why? If you lose this race of UFO tech, you get dominated. Yeah. Like, friends, imagine China gets a UFO ship that can bounce nuclear weapons and they just roll it through New York City. Goodbye. Okay, we all speak Chinese now. It's literally game over. Yeah. So, the upside of this is huge. That's why they don't care about, like, sucking out the purchasing power of the middle class. They're like, how can you explain it to them? They don't want to admit it to them because it lets the rest of the world know because that will just invite more competition. You see what's happening? Being long on crypto is you're long on that idea. And if you go to actually look at crypto so far, it seems to be working out pretty good over the long run. Friends, we used to be worth only 100 billion for the industry 6 years ago. Now we're 3.6 trillion. So we're on our way to 10. Check out this cracker news. Coinbase now lets Canadian users buy and sell crypto using PayPal. So PayPal, stablecoin, SuperCycle, it's letting everybody pay for things out here. That's what's been happening over time, friends. We're just seeing more and more institutions just allow people to get familiar with different currencies and the exchange rates and stuff. That's what we want to see. Shout out to my bros over there in Indonesia. The VP office met with Bitcoiners to discuss Bitcoin's role in the economic strategy. So remember, exactly 4 years ago, literally it's 3 years and 11 months from today, El Salvador adopted Bitcoin in September of 2021. Man, friends, isn't it going to be wild? Imagine next month in September, Rectember, another country does it. Imagine that, the 4-year anniversary, exactly. That'd be wild. We're looking for other countries like Indonesia or Brazil or Japan. Someone's going to have to join El Salvador because El Salvador's too successful. Their GDP's been boosting. Their crime rate's gone down. They've been big improvements. They got investments out here. They got positive network effects. No one knew who El Salvador was. No one knew who they were before. And you know, friends, when you go to the world corruption list, El Salvador was literally at the bottom. It was literally ranked 146 out of 146. And look, everything's just turned around. So look at that, El Salvador 2025. Everything is cranking up, making amazing changes out here for your country if you are in the Bitcoin land. James Howells ends his 12-year search for the hard drive containing 8,000 Bitcoin, now worth 950 million. But when contacted, he said he hasn't ended it yet, actually. So remember this guy, friends. He's the guy searching through the rubbish tip. Oh, he's been searching. Oh, my gosh. It's been 10 years. Long years. Just to let you know, friends, Bitcoin was about $400 when he first started looking, yeah? No, actually, it was a couple of $100, sorry. It's actually less than that. He did it in 2013. In 2013, Bitcoin went from 100 to 1,000. So, look, and apparently, friends, he's spent about $1 million searching so far. All the time and money. Man, I'm just thinking, man, if you really believed in it, bro. I know it's different to think like this, but man, if you just put in $25,000, right? If you really believed in it, if you put in 25 grand when Bitcoin was $500, you would own 50 Bitcoin, you know? And if it gets to 200K, you'll have 10 million. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Maybe he has that. Maybe he has it. I don't know. But just the amount of time spent, I wonder if he just could have DCA'd. You know, maybe he has. But yeah, he's been looking for the rubbish tip for his old PC. Wild story. Well, the White House is preparing an executive order to target banks that discriminate against conservatives and crypto companies, addressing debanking practices with potential fines and penalties. I don't know what it means by conservatives. It's probably just more, you know, political play and just, you know, more politics stuff. Check this out as well, friends. Peter Thiel, he's backed crypto exchange called Bullish. It plans to raise up to $629 million in a US IPO, targeting a $4.2 billion valuation, according to the corrupt SEC filing. So, in case you haven't heard, friends, Peter Thiel is literally the Antichrist. He is the Antichrist. They actually asked him in an interview, "Are you the Antichrist?" And he goes, like, bro, we're asking you if you're the Antichrist. You can't even say no. Also, literally can't be trusted. Extremely untrustworthy. Could be satanic himself. It probably is, friends, by the way. He also, remember, I made many tweets in 2022. He went to the Bitcoin conference. He goes, yeah, I love Bitcoin. Bitcoin's great. And he said, I don't have enough Bitcoin. Gotta buy me more Bitcoin. Literally, on the plane home from his private jet, he called them up. He goes, dump everything. Yeah. Not making it up. It's literally in the hedge fund report. Yeah. If you go check the date, they're like, hey, we started selling from this period to this period. We're like, what? And then we checked the period. It's like, it was 2 days after the Bitcoin. It was he literally, and he said on the podium, he goes, one thing I know about Bitcoin is I don't have enough of it. I should own more. Lips. Oh, man. It's like Arthur Gaze, man. They're just full on snakes, man. You gotta laugh. You gotta laugh. These people just friends, they literally have no soul. They have no soul at all. Saylor explains why Bitcoin is unstoppable, just like a swarm of hornets. It's spreading all throughout the world and keeps getting stronger every day. So he went on to one of those shows, you know, the US media shows. Here he is out here. He's probably rolling something real strong. Look at those eyes. He's like, it's just kicked in right now. So he's thinking about Bitcoin. he's got a euphoric recall, right? Now, friends, it's funny. See, this is his stablecoin. See, STRC, stretch. STRC is his stablecoin. It's meant to be pegged around $100. When it goes under, they try to it's Terra Luna, bro. You literally, like, when you go down, you offer them more yield. It's just, what are you doing, you dirty little dog? You know this doesn't work. Why is it gonna work now? Because Bitcoin's special. Ah, God bless this, man. It's just, we're just seeing it all over again. Classic boom bust. Here we go. But we're not scared yet. I don't think it's a dangerous zone. You know what I like, friends, is what I've seen with markets is when someone makes a big mistake, there are many signs along the way. The universe gives you a chance many times. Do you want to not do it? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? And then they're like, okay, you're at a safe leverage area right now. And then what ends up happening is, but they never stop. That's the thing. No one ever does, hey, I'm going to do something super dangerous, but only just a little bit. It's kind of like, hey, I'm going to go break into this person's home. I'm going to tie up the whole family, put a knife to their throat, threaten them. But then I'm going to go steal the butter from the pantry. Does anybody keep butter in the pantry? No, you probably don't want that butter. I'm going to go steal the yummy chocolates from the pantry, and then I'm going to walk out. No one does that. You know what I mean? They got no off butter. They're like, what else can I take? Right? Like, oh, these bananas about to go ripe. You take those. That's a big crime already you're committing, right? You go into the bedroom, you go, oh, look at those pink pillowcases. They would match my slightly pink off-white bed sheets at home. You yoink those. That's a serious crime already. Capital punishment in some countries for that. Then you look inside their wardrobe, you're like, oh, look at that bra meant for the wife. That looked good on me. Once again, friends, you see, everyone goes all the step the whole way. So Michael Saylor, he's just stolen the chocolates. Okay, he can stop now, by the way. He can literally just go, you know what? I'm just taking chocolates. He can walk out of the home right now. He can untie them and run out and go, look, I've taken nothing. Here are the chocolates back. He can do that right now. That's Bitcoin average. That's his average price of $73,000 of buying BTC. But eventually he's going to go into the bedroom. He's going to get those pillowcases. That'll be $100,000. And then probably at the end, he's going to start stealing the ladies' bra and underwear. When we get to that moment, yeah, man, that's when we like, no, it's totally over. But until then, we can keep pumping. Look at this, friends. Michael Chad Saylor's MicroStrategy has accumulated 376,000 BTC worth 40 billion since Trump's election. My gosh. Friends, remember I told you, before that, he put like 20 or 40. I think before he put like 20 billion for like in 4 years. Then he just put 40 billion in Trump's election. My gosh. It's almost telling us he's going to, man, is he going to find a way to put like 80 billion by the end of this year? Or by March next year? Oh my gosh. That's insane, man. And remember, if he puts 80 billion, maybe Bitcoin's 150K to 200. So his average price is going to go up above 100K. Wow. Phantom from Soylana Lands. Phantom acquires Soylana meme coin trading platform SoulSniper to expand beyond crypto wallet into comprehensive consumer finance platform. So, friends, I've been listening to some interviews of some guys who made it. Man, there's so much luck. They think there's so much luck involved. And there's this one kid. And it's interesting. They never have any advice. It's always like, just be the best. Be fast. Make good decisions. And there's kids, man, that's why you just keep getting rinsed, right? You've got the LA vape cabals feet in your mouths who keep telling you, just keep clicking. You're just one narrative away. Man, this is what happens. This is why I'm going to win a lot. Why you're going to win a lot by buying and holding, because these kids exist. They'll figure it out at the end when it's too late. Binance CZ's, he says, Trump's new executive order opens international banking for crypto. So it's just one of those generic statements out here. I guess crypto is expanding. We're not done yet. Coinbase plans to raise $2 billion through convertible notes. The proceeds are going to help offset dilution, support tech operations, acquisition. So, yeah, friends, not sure if you know, but yeah, you can buy a lot of these companies like Coinbase and Apple. You can buy their bonds and you can get a yield on them. Terrible yield, okay, because you have no upside of it. So they'll pay you maybe you get like a couple of %. I think it should be on top of the risk-free rate. Instead of 4, maybe they give you like 5.5 or 6.5. But you're buying their debt, but you don't get any access to the upside of their stock. So, but yeah, people go out. That's why there's these companies that have to they can only buy bonds and yield, and they're hunting all these yields and they're allocating all this money, but it's just totally not worth it for you and me. Soylana Mobile begins shipping tens of thousands of Seeker devices to over 50 countries. So yeah, they are releasing a mobile. Maybe it's got some experimental stuff out here where you can swap and trade stuff. How about you make your price go up? Your Sol ETH ratio is going down. So yeah, you'll see. You'll see cycles repeating. RobinHood have now listed ONDO from Real World Assets and FLOKI, a meme coin, out here. So putting it all together, friends, you see crypto adoption still going on through. Here we have Mr. MasterFren out here. What are you doing today, sir?
It's real. So without further ado, get your nipple pegs, because we're about to go down that rabbit hole, friends. And there's a lot of things that we're going to find that we can smoke and snort and inject along the way. So firstly, I'm going to show you this tweet from me.
Man, I just can't imagine what it's like. Some of you have your wives, your mums, just your other family in the other room. They have to hear that. They're like, what the hell is going on in this crypto land? What's he talking about? Oh, man. Thank you very much, Mr. MasterFren. It's funny. It's funny. This is it, man. It's bleeding edge. You want to get early to stuff? This is what you got to do. There's no formulas and and tall buildings yet. We've only got one XRP office. It's pretty much it. Where are we going from here? Friends, if we check out the Bitcoin, let's look at the CME gaps. This is pretty much Ethereum. We still have that CME gap at 2,800, man. Are we going to come back and fill it? But when? How? How are we going to fill it? Oh my gosh. Imagine we really do that blockchain backer move where we go up and then it's all over. Oh my gosh. Imagine it does do that and it fills that freaking silly gap. I hope it doesn't, but we'll see. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you soon.